everybody. Welcome back to Live Fantasy Football Podcast, episode number 10, double digits now. I'm your host, Ethan, here with co-host and Commissioner Barb, second co-host, Matt, and special guest today, Chase. Chase, how you doing?
Good. Glad to be here. First time. Excited.
First time. Love to have you on. Well, hey, just to give everybody a quick rundown of what's going to happen today, we're going to go through the recap of the league. We're going to take some call-in questions. We're going to go over some bets, good and bad. We're going to get into everybody's favorite segment after that, power rankings. Then we're going to finish it off with our league look ahead. With that being said, let's just go ahead and let's get this rolling. Let's show the people what happened last week. Well,
there you
anyways, it's up here. We can go over this first game. Chase playing Colin. Colin pulled out a win, which honestly I didn't see come.
Yeah, Chase, it must have been a heartbreaking loss for you.
Yeah, I thought Josh Jacobs was going to do it for me, but I should have known better.
And then in the game I called, Doug with a huge win puts him first in the actual standings for the league over Aaron. And guys, maybe it's time we acknowledge Doug's team is not bad. Pretty good.
Matt, any comments on that?
I'm not acknowledging that. I'm just not. I mean, Chase will tell you. Chase's record doesn't show, but I think his team's even better than Doug's. And Doug sits at the top of our league right now. So I just think Barb's scheduling, honestly, it took skill for the league to play out the way that it has. Doug has a top 5 team. Good. He's got a top 5 team.
This is what happens when you let a fucking psycho spend 4.5 hours making this.
Hey, and let's talk about our first game being within a point for the first time ever. Happens to be the worst game to watch for the league.
Terrible.
But it ends with a less than 1 point differential. That's insane.
Yeah, Joe snuck out a win over David. You know, just a tough break for David. That could have been a huge win for him. And they both would have been 4-4.
It's honestly, really a shame for the league.
It would have made a huge difference in our power rankings.
Huge.
Exactly.
Would have been huge. That game had a lot of implications on the line. I'll quick go through my game. Damn. Just damn. I lost. I was really hoping to win, but I lost. Look, still 5-3. We'll be all right.
I think you had a hope, and then Jared Goff threw that pick 6, and it just eviscerated you.
Ruined it. So
that was another good game, though.
Yeah, it was a good game.
GG's,
you know, Ethan, I'll go over my game. Lesson learned: I only win if I'm the highest scorer in the league. So
you're also playing the other person that was going to give out a free win.
That is true.
Just so happened to be there.
Adam better at giving away free stuff against his nature as well. Pretty clutch.
That's true. And Matt, on to you to finish it out.
Man, I needed that. It was a huge week. I don't feel great about my team this week with a lot of players out, but I needed that last week in a big way. Finally broke the curse. John's opponent didn't score less than 100, so good stuff.
Broke it.
Of course, I had highest.
Yeah, I was gonna get into the our favorite awards. We have most efficient, least efficient manager. We don't really care too much about those, but what we do care about is highest points in loss and lowest points in win. That would be one Chase and Joe.
Heartbreaker. That's how it goes, though. It's how it's been all year.
Taking my award away from me.
I know.
Chase's team is trying to turn that corner, and I mean, as you can see, highest points in a loss is not the best way to turn that corner. That sucks.
Absolutely not.
Funny enough, even with a loss, Chase has become the highest scoring team in our league.
Good job, Chase.
Yeah, Chase is up there. Record just doesn't show it. So.
Prize doesn't do much for me, but we'll take it.
Really makes you question how good his team actually is, or it's just questionable. But anyways, speaking of questions, we're going to move on here. We're going to get into the beer.
It's beer 30.
Matt, without further ado, give us our first call on here.
All right. So our first call-in question comes from somebody that we don't know. Ethan might know, but we don't know. So let's just see what this is. Gotta make sure my volume's up. Hang on a sec.
I really hope this is.
Okay, so this is my question. When referees are throwing down flags, like what are the different fouls that can happen? I know there's holding. Can you explain that? And also, pass interference. What's the difference between just like covering someone and then pass interference? I feel like they're very similar. You know what I mean? Also, can we talk about how funny it was when Bill Belichick like threw his coach's flag? That was a good gift. That's a good meme. That's one of my faves. That's
Okay.
All right,
Matt,
so
Matt, as
Matt,
a
I
ref,
think
loaded-
you're the
loaded
best for this
question.
one, Matt.
take it away,
Yeah.
Matt.
okay, so a couple of things stood out to me. We'll talk on the pass interference thing first. Pass interference is called when a player is attempting to gain an advantage, in a sense. So if a defender is not going to stop a receiver from catching the ball, illegally he can push someone over, smack their arms, make sure they don't catch the ball, or anything like that. Which the reason it's illegal is he's basically making an attempt to harm the other player's chances of making a play, as opposed to the other player actually having an equal chance, which he should have, to the defender. So that's why pass interference is a penalty. Regular coverage would be the defender, rather than impeding the receiver, makes a play on the ball and tries to intercept it himself. So that's number one. Holding. Holding is a penalty because it's easy to grab onto a jersey or something like that, rather than moving your feet and making sure that you make a block or you don't let a receiver by. So offensive and defensive holding is also to gain an advantage, to make sure that your D lineman doesn't get to your quarterback for a sack or your receiver doesn't blow by you for a touchdown. Lastly, I think we talked about Bill Belichick throwing the challenge flag. That was a great moment. So I'd agree.
It is a good
was
meme.
it was awesome.
And I threw it on the ground. I'm gonna have to find a way to get back to it.
Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, no further comments. Matt is our local referee here, so he knows best.
He is indeed. If you need a ref for your high school basketball game, get Matt.
There you go. Well,
True statement. All
Good
right.
question.
So on to the next one. Nobody else had any comments? I take it.
no, you
No,
covered
you
it.
did. You pretty good.
Just want to make sure Chase was good down there. Hadn't heard him talk. Here we go. Question from Joe. Caller Joe, baby. Come on.
So I have two questions. One, who has shittier bets between Matt and his retarded capper? And then two, why is Aaron the most busy fucking person on the planet?
Okay.
All right, couple of valid
I,
questions.
Matt, do you
I
want to
think Matt
answer
take
that one
the first
first as
one.
well?
Yep.
I mean, I can take the first one. Shittier bets between me and the capper. I'm
It's-
going to go out in here and tell you that I have shittier bets
Yeah,
than he does.
Well, to be fair, recently,
experience-wise,
recently it might be the cap.
correct. In recent memory, you're right. So just put it out there. I had a couple, thousands in betting funds on my websites, and that couple thousands is probably decreased by about half in the last week and a half. But the only reason I was up the couple thousands was because of how much winning that guy does, and even sometimes parlaying his picks. So I would say he definitely has better picks than I do. Long-term goal. We're not thinking short-term here.
Quick
he's
question:
better than
does
your
he
pick.
actually show all the bet slips like you do? No. Okay. All right.
All right,
Silence.
No
sorry.
comment?
My thing. Wait. My thing froze. What'd you say? Question?
Does he show the bet slips like you do?
Yeah, he does. He bets every single one of those games to win 1,000.
Okay. Just want to make sure he's not a fraud like I am. I'm a
He's
fraud.
not a fraud.
Ethan makes the
Glad I
picks
could
and
read-
doesn't bet them.
Chase, what about you? Do you think
No.
Matt's capper's worse than Matt?
Chase.
I think Matt's worse. I think his capper's better than him. I've been
fair
listening
enough.
to this capper for a while. I got money in the DraftKings. I sent the
Yeah.
receipts.
And then the second one, we don't know. Aaron just has a weird work schedule.
Yeah, you work at a
Does
gas
anyone know
station
the answer to
full-time.
that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, our boy Aaron, we're still trying to get him on. Still can't make it happen, but it is what it is.
It's a shame. I
That's
mean, you
true.
work at a gas station. It shouldn't be hard to ask for a day off. That's all I'm saying.
Aaron
Alright.
Aaron stays busy. He's basically nocturnal.
That is-
He
So
hates us. No,
I do
no.
get
I'm going to
snaps
go
from
out and
him
say
at
this
3
hot
a.m.
take. Aaron, you hate us. You hate us. That's why you're not on.
And Wawa's mid.
All right.
All
This
right.
will be
Next
the last
question.
call.
Thank you, Joe.
Have fun.
If everyone in your league was in an NCAA football dynasty, who do you think would win the championship? And also, who do you think would be the worst?
Who?
I think
Can I
I
take
think
this?
the obvious answer is I'd win the championship. I think we've seen enough through our online dynasties and Madden Matt to just know I'd win the championship.
Yeah, Barb's like a autistic savant when it comes to video games, and he's hard to beat.
The last time I picked up Madden, I played Matt in Auburn, and I specifically ran 4 verts on every play, and I let him know I was doing it, and I won the game.
Look, some
What
games
is-
just have broken plays.
Yeah. Go for it, Ethan. I'll let you go.
Games have broken plays. Barb exploits them. So
I
yeah, he's
don't-
probably going to win the whole thing. And then secondly, I'm going to give you the worst because that's my favorite part. And I think Adam's going to be the worst. He is not a sports gamer at all, like at all. I don't even think he's played Madden or anything like that. To be honest, I think the most sporty game he's played is Rocket League. So there you have it. I'd probably finish like 9th. I'm
gonna
not good
lie.
at those games.
Forgot Adam was in our league. Changes my answer. It's definitely Adam. 100% Adam. I wouldn't be shocked if he could not beat the computer on All Pro.
Guys?
Tough. Chase, who you got?
I mean, Barb would definitely win. Worst. See, I don't know Adam, so I would say I know I can beat David, but I don't think that would be the worst. I'm trying to think of people I can
Chase,
beat.
do you think you could beat Colin?
Definitely. Colin doesn't play video games. Although I don't much anymore. I don't think.
Well,
I can't remember.
I'll go ahead and add on to this. I actually have experience playing in a dynasty in NCAA with 4 members of the league. I'm included, so I guess it would only be 3. So Barb, I don't have experience playing with you in dynasty. Can't really say that. I will say the guy most likely to win the whole thing, and in this situation, I can't pick myself, is Josh J-Bird. 100%
Ooh.
Josh. Every single year, we would play NCAA when it came out. He'd be LSU, I'd be Auburn. We did have a dynasty that included Aaron and Chase. And let me tell you, they were ass. They were so bad, it's not even funny. I'm sorry, Aaron, but because of that experience, you might be worse than Adam at NCAA. You might be. He was always the Florida Gators, and most of the time, he didn't even make it to the SEC championship to play either Josh or I. So I'll throw my name in the hat, but I'm not picking myself. I would take Josh, and I would even take Josh over Barb.
Wow.
It's a ballsy.
Huge controversy.
He
That's
was
a
good
ballsy.
at NCAA.
Hey, new NCAA games coming out. I honestly vote that in our fantasy off season, that's what we're going to be doing. That we can cover that. That'd be pretty
That's
fun.
what I want. That's what I want. It'll be
So-
a blast.
Look, when Eastern Michigan walks into your guys' stadium and fucking wins by 40, it's unfortunate.
That'd be tough.
What would
Look,
you guys
I'm all
play?
in for that. That'd be awesome.
Look, I was going to say, when it comes to NCAA football, I don't take a good team. It's not fun to be a good team. You got to build a bad team into a dynasty.
Kent State.
Yeah.
Exactly. A team
Barb
like
is
a Kent
definitely
State.
going to be that guy sending his assistant coaches to go scout signs.
I'll be.
So-
You'll see me in the game.
Science
I'll somehow
scouter.
get into NCAA football, and you'll see me on the sidelines with binoculars.
That's just
Oh,
good coaching.
Exactly. It's good coaching.
it is. Well, hey, I mean, we can kind of transition coaching into bets because we tried to coach y'all last week, and honestly, if you ought to listen, you'd have done really well. Done really well, actually.
Exactly. Look at that.
Take a quick look at this. Take a look.
These
You
are
see
some
how that's
smart
all
bettors.
green?
Ethan,
All green.
Ethan, these are some smart bettors here.
Very smart. I mean, the lowest winner
Right.
was you, Barb, and you're up 2 units.
Exactly.
Insane.
And honestly, fuck
Could've
the
been more.
Chiefs. I can't believe the Chiefs were what blew my fucking parlay.
Could have been more for sure.
I felt you
so
on that
yeah.
one.
I told everybody last week, I was like, look, we're gonna bounce back. People had bad weeks, and it shows. It shows.
look,
I mean, last
2
2
weeks in a
weeks,
row.
I'm up 18 units. Matt, we don't have to talk about last week. We can talk about this week. You're
Exactly.
up
This
almost
is a good
8
week, Matt.
units.
It was. And that's
I
a
mean-
huge swing if Oregon State were to have won. Luckily, in real
Huge.
life, I switched up. But if Oregon State wins, 13 and a half more units added onto my total would have been nice. So
I think my favorite thing about
Yeah,
Matt's
definitely.
bets is in person texting him before some of these games and him going, my capper sent out a pick that completely is the opposite of me, so I changed.
Hey, look, it happens.
No,
Hey,
it's-
and it was under a degenerate pick. All right,
Exactly.
it's gonna happen.
Lesson learned. You see Matt's picks right here? Half of these he didn't actually take in real life. The capper told him something else. He switched up.
Everything on the bottom of the screen other than Oregon State, I took.
Also, throwback to 2 episodes ago, Griff, dude, you're the only guest that's gone negative. You kind of suck.
I
And
mean,
to be
look,
fair, one of the ones you flipped lost to. The Vikings was a winner.
You know,
Should
yeah,
have
you did-
stuck with
you
them.
did say to tech. You did put it in the chat, Green Bay.
I did go
um,
Green Bay. That sucked.
You got
But
the 2
hey,
units here though.
You and me positive 2 weeks in a row, by the way. Even though
We're
I was
all
only
greens.
0.27.
green beans, baby. So I don't know if I'd tail us this next week. Might be bloodbath, might be just all reds. We'll see. But hey, we're hot. We're hot.
Probably
Might as well
not.
ride
The
it, do a
games
heat
are
check.
way harder this week.
Well, hey, look, it's time to show them what we got. They might as well tail us. There's no point not to,
No,
right?
I've got my biggest bit of the season this week. So
he does.
Matt's rundown is going to be something to see. It's going to be a sight.
Exactly. All right. So
Let's get into it. Get into it.
Chase, we're gonna start with you. And the first game
Alright.
is the Dolphins and Kansas City. It's in Frankfurt. Chiefs are 1.5-point favorite. Over unders 50.5. Who you got?
It's a bounce back week. It's the Chiefs. It's got to be the Chiefs. The Dolphins, they're frauds. I don't care about Jalen Ramsey. The Chiefs are bouncing back. They always play Denver tough. They're bouncing back.
Wow.
-1.5
Wow.
Matt, what about you?
in Germany.
What you got, Matt?
Oh, all right. I thought you were gonna go first because you said no, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's a foreign game. They're gonna go out there and they've traveled this week, obviously. These games typically have something in the way of like jet lag going on. I don't know. I took the under. I think both of these are very high powered offenses that you're gonna see something different from. I think the Chiefs play some defense like they have all season long, and maybe the Dolphins even step up and play some damn defense. So I think it was set at 51, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have it in front of me. I took the under. So that's how I'm rolling.
Then you
Okay.
and me with the exact same pick here. Took the Chiefs -2.5.
Yeah. Dolphins suck against actually good teams. I don't know if I saw
Yep.
the stat, but like they're undefeated against under 500 teams, but they suck against over 500. And that's why this pick makes it pretty simple for me. I got Kansas City -2.
They're 5-2 against the spread. 0-2 against teams over 500. 5-0 against teams under 500.
Honestly, the Dolphins are the NFL equivalent of John's team in our fantasy league. They're on fraud watch here.
Yep.
Alert.
This is fraud. If you can't beat one team above 500 eventually, like it's fraud alert time.
Fraud watch. That's crazy.
That is true. And speaking of the next game, I'm gonna kick us off with the next game. It's Dallas at Philly. Eagles are 3-point favorite, or they were. Over under was 46. I took Philly -6.5. They're gonna win this game easily. Dallas is another team Dallas is another team. They can't beat actual good teams. Wouldn't be shocked if this gets as bad as the Niner game. Expect Dak to throw at least 2 picks, and I think Philly's gonna win this game like 27 to 13.
Ugh. Look, I don't know if I necessarily agree with you on the blowout, but I'll agree with you. The Eagles winning and covering. I got them -3. I just don't think that Dallas is good enough to keep up with them. They have shown me something different in recent games, but again, that was against the Chargers. So yeah, give me Philly -3.
Matt, what about
Chase? Oh, you want me to go?
you?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see Chase for last on this one.
Look, I mean, it's the NFL. It's the best of the best, and you're not going to have just one team that just dominates every single week. And as you can tell, these guys lost to the Jets. I think the Cowboys did something right last week. They're starting to have a little bit of that momentum going. And the Eagles, fantastic team overall, but Jalen Hurts is a little bit banged up, not 100% healthy. Cowboys can play some damn defense. I think I'm going to pick them in this spot plus 3.5. Not entirely too confident, but that's my side of the bet.
There you go.
And then Chase,
See,
yeah, round us out here.
I'm with you, Maddie, but I'm just gonna go money line. You know, they're just gonna win
Come on.
outright. They own
Come on with
Philly.
it.
Philly's frauds. Fuck you, Doug. They're not winning shit. NFC Championship loss. It's happening. Cowboys money line plus 136, I think.
And then,
Easy.
and then you know what, Ethan, we'll start with you on this last NFL one. We got the Bills at the Bengals. Bengals are a 2-point favorite. Over under was 48.5. Who you got here?
Josh Allen, give me the Buffalo Bills. Give me money line. They're going to dominate this game, honestly. I think they go into Cincinnati and they dominate. I really do. I think James Cook's going to have a good game. I think Josh Allen's going to have a good game. And I even think that Stephon Diggs is going to have a massive game. Give me the Buffalo Bills, money line.
You know, all I'm going to say is this. Unless DeMar Hamlin happens again, the Bengals are winning this game with ease. They're going to cover this at -2 Cincinnati. Joe Burrow's better than Josh Allen, in my opinion. Joe Mixon's better than James Cook. Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs are pretty even. I was going to say that. And honestly, I like the Bengals a lot more as a team than I like the Bills. This feels like a Josh Allen letdown game, to be honest. Whenever he plays the Bengals, kind of is. So yeah, give me the Bengals and give me Josh Allen to throw like 3 interceptions and the Bills to put up like 10 points.
There you go.
Damn.
This is going to be a game that makes people think Josh Allen's like Zach Wilson.
Let's hear it, Chase.
Yeah, I'm with Barb. The Bengals are going to win. I mean, DeMar Hamlin return game to the field where it all went down. Bills are going to be nervous. They're just going to lose. -2. Bengals -2.
Okay.
I'm so confident in this game. I saved my big play for one of my later picks down below the regular slate. These two teams are known for their offense, but Bengals have a stout defense, and the Bills will play enough defense for this game to go under. I got the under 49.5 in this ball game. And honestly, I think that should be maybe even a hammer play. I put 2 units on that. I think that's what this is going to be.
Oh, man, I said the Bills were scoring 10. They're going to drop like a 30.
Hey, it is what it is. But let's get into the college bets here. Then after that, we'll take a quick break. So let's get these callers.
All right, college. We got Oklahoma's at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma's a 6-point favorite, and over under 61. I'll kick us off here. Oklahoma. This is a bounce back game for them. They're going to cover the -6. I think Dylan Gabriel's going to have a good game here. I know they lost to Kansas. You know, it's a big meme when it comes to college football, losing to Kansas as a ranked team, but I don't know. I just don't like this Oklahoma State team. I know they have a couple wins now, but I watched this team lose 33-7 on an illegal like Japanese stream earlier in the season. I just haven't liked them since. So give me OU.
Let me bounce off that because I'm on the same side. Oklahoma -6. They get it done easy. I'm not even concerned about this. It's a big bounce back spot, and they're going to play defense to get them the win. They're going to do it 6.
All right. Yeah, I got the over in this game. It's gonna be high scoring. And I honestly, Oklahoma's offense by himself could probably cover this whole thing. But 61 points seems pretty low for this matchup. Give me the over.
Seems like we're all on the same page here with Oklahoma. They're going to bounce back. Kansas is good, so it doesn't surprise me that they beat them last week. But they bounce back -6, easy.
All right, and then we're going to stay in the Big 12 here. We got Kansas State at Texas. Texas is a 4-point favorite. Over under is only 49. Chase, who you got in this one?
I'm going with Texas -4. I think they get the dub. What about you,
I
Matt?
actually,
Perfect.
I'm going to take them -3. Actually, the 4 really kind of scares me. I like field goal games. 4 is where it's kind of pushing for me, so I decided to get the extra point just to be safe. Still -140 is not terrible odds, but I like that. Texas.
All right, 3 scares me as well. So I took Kansas State -2. Underdog's going to win outright. I even gave them points to cover just to bounce it up. Unfortunately, DraftKings only let me go up to -2. I would have gone up to -4.5. I'm feeling Kansas State here. For some reason, they always pull a random big upset on one of Texas or Oklahoma every year. And Texas with a backup quarterback. This screams like that's the game that this is going to happen in. Yeah, give me the Wildcats.
I love it, Barb. I love it.
Thank you.
Absolutely love it. I'm riding with that. I won't say much. I'll just say this: Kansas State's a good football team. They've been playing really well since that loss to Missouri. Kansas State might win this game outright. Give me +4.
All right, and then our last one. This is a big one. We got LSU at Bama. Bama's a 3-point favorite, over under 60.5. And Ethan, we'll start with you.
Yeah, another big scoring game like the Oklahoma State game. It's going to be a fun weekend for points, fun weekend for football. Give me the over in this one, over 60.5, -123.
All right, Matt, what about you here?
Again, down below, you'll see my pick on this one. But no, do not touch that over. Don't take it. It's not happening. Give me Bama money line. Bama gets it done. Bama at home. LSU's going to be rattled. I love Bama in this spot. They shouldn't be favored by only 3 points. They're going to score on that defense, no problem, but they won't score enough to cover 6.
All right, then Chase, what about you on this one?
I'm going LSU plus the points. I think three is enough. I think they might win, but I'll just take the +3 for now. I don't think Bama's very good.
All right, and then here's the game where I upped the spread as well. I took Bama -6.5. I just think they're going to win by a touchdown, and you know what? 6.5 is less than 7. Boom, easy math right there. I think this Bama team's really good, and it's unfortunate because I swear to God, if I watch this team somehow make the college football playoff again, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Oh, man. Well, with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. We'll get right back to you with the parlay and match rundown. All right, we're back from the break. Chase, you're back. What's up, man? You look good. I like the hat.
Thanks.
But yeah, we're just going to get into the parlays really quick. I guess, Barb, if you want to go first, you can go ahead and
Yep. So yeah, I'm bringing back the soccer parlays. The two in my previous one hit last time. So we're gonna go Liverpool money line, Real Madrid money line, big favorites, easy one, and then Manchester City -1.5. They should win this game by more than 3. And then to college football, Penn State, they always beat Maryland. Everyone always thinks it'll be a good game, never is. Ole Miss money line, they should beat Ole Miss, UF, Nebraska, all not very heavy favorites. Ole Miss and UF are at home. They should win these games. And Nebraska's a road favorite against Michigan State. Nebraska's actually not complete dog shit this year, so I'm trusting Nebraska for the first step. Chase, we'll go to your parlay next. Pretty small one, only 3 units. Or only 3 legs.
Yeah, you told me it had to be 3, and
Or
I'm
more.
just looking at it here because I forgot what it was. But
Nice.
Casey's beating Miami. Miami's frauds. They'll beat all the bad teams this year, but they're going to lose all the good teams, and they'll just get knocked out in the first round like always. Baltimore, I mean, did they lose last week?
No,
they didn't.
They did not.
And then I got Indy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even see on my fucking phone.
Yeah, you took the Chiefs, you took the Ravens, and you took Indy.
Yep, those are all going to win.
Yep.
So that's my
Unfortunately for
parlay.
Chase, the phone screen, not the play for looking at the bets.
Yeah.
Dude, I just walked in the door. I completely forgot what I picked, but
Hey, look, it's fine.
I'm doing
It'll
this on the
happen.
fly.
All right, Ethan, what about you?
Yeah, I got a plus 1192 here for all those big bettors, all those big plus bettors out here. I got Clemson money line, I got Florida money line, I got Wisconsin money line, I got Utah money line, I've got Louisville money line, and then I've got the over of the Oklahoma State game. I actually really like that. You notice I put 2 units on it before. I'm putting it in the parlay as well. I trust it. I trust it big time. So yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, I think the over there is smart.
Speaking of smart, this episode is brought to you by Smart Water. Since 1996, Smart Water has changed the H2O industry into H2O using vapor distillation and water purification process along with added electrolytes to boost its great taste. Head into your local gas station or grocery store, swipe a Smart Water, and stay hydrated. Don't be like me. Keep it smart. Again, thank you to Smart Water for sponsoring this video with the Football Podcast. And I think now we can hand it over for the best part of this segment. Matt, Let's run this down.
We're about to. I just want to say, Chase just opened the door, and he's now he's in outer space. So that's crazy that he just walked in the door out there. But all right, cool. Here's my rundown. All right,
I'm reeling right now. I'm trying to get caught up here.
The second lock of the year. It's the biggest lock of the year. My first actually didn't hit. It was the only time I've given a lock. And you know what? It was the second miss I've ever had in all my locks. Current record 6-2. This is a lock. I am more confident in this bet than anything else I've been in all season. USC plus 3.5. They're better than Washington. They're going to beat Washington. Washington has looked terrible. Ever since the Oregon game, they've looked terrible. USC, everyone says they don't play defense. This game's in USC. Defense is going to step up. Lincoln Riley wants to win. Caleb Williams wants to win. They're covering plus 3.5. I love this line. It's the lock of the year. 10 units. Take it. All right. Now, I don't know what in the hell happened here. This is supposed to be the Barking Dog parlay, and it says peanuts butter parlay. I don't know what that is. Don't take that name and think about anything with this parlay. This parlay is the Barking Dog parlay. USC money line, Clemson money line, Rams money line, Giants money line. All underdogs, all winning. How are the Giants an underdog against a team that just fired their head coach? I don't know. They're winning. All right, pay the price. These are all hefty favorites. I don't know if a single team in this parlay is less than minus 500. I actually love it. UGA money line, Tulane money line, Auburn money line, Oregon State money line. Hammer.
Why'd you
Absolutely
put a period after Oregon
hammer.
State?
What?
You put a period after Oregon State. Why?
Yeah, for the state. Oregon State.
And
ST period. Shut up, Barb. You're ruining my rundown. All right. Parlay lock. Look, usually I've given y'all some hefty lines here. This is not hefty whatsoever. Bama money line, minus 155. Auburn, minus 12.5. They're playing at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is dog shit. Dog shit. They're peanuts butter. Like peanuts butter parlay. Vanderbilt is ass. All right. Auburn's going to win. They're probably going to win by 3 touchdowns. Give me USC plus 3.5 again. It's the lock. It is the lock of the year. If you don't take it, you're missing out on money. I don't understand anyone that won't take it. USC plus 3.5. Parlay lock. That's plus 440 odds, Colin. Plus 440 odds. And irresponsible plays of the week. Clemson plus 3.5. It's in Clemson. They're on a losing streak. Nobody wants to bet them. Well, the line's small because everyone knows in Clemson, you don't come out of Death Valley alive, especially when you have a better roster than your opponent. If you took the other side, you're only betting on Sam Hartman. Don't take that side. Take Clemson plus 3.5, 5 units. Bama LSU, under 61.5. I was wrong on my first lock of the year on this under. This game is not going over the points. Bama's defense, shutting them down. LSU's defense, stepping up to the plate. Bama's going to win this game. The total is going to go well under 61.5. Hammer the under. First under of the season LSU game. Last play of the whole card, Bengals money line. Like Barb said earlier, they're not losing the Bills. They're just not. The Bengals are going to throttle the Bills. They're playing as well as any NFL team in the country right now, and they're going to continue to do so against the Bills in prime time. Joe Burrow is going to dominate. Take the Bengals money line. That's my rundown.
Why'd you do that so fast?
That was great.
I'm not gonna
real
lie.
so
The
fast.
fact that Ethan changed that fucking parlay name and then no one corrected it's just incredible.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Chase, I did that fast because apparently you don't watch this. And if you watch this part of the segment on our podcast,
it's actually
you'll see
electric.
it.
It's electric.
I thought
Missed out.
it was because Ethan was yelling at you earlier today.
But hey,
No,
you
you're
know
right.
what else is electric? Power rankings. Come on, baby. Give it to me.
All right. At number 12, not a shock to anyone. He's still here. It's get your other free win. It's Adam. It's this man's lost all hope, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does not have a very good team. He just doesn't. And I play him this week. And you know what? He might get his third win of the season against me. So, but sorry, Adam, your team's just not very good. Congrats on the win if you do beat me. My team is off.
All right, and then coming in number 11, he's down a spot. It's CD's nuts. It's David, and he's got a new logo.
Yeah, new logo. However, same letdown. Wide receivers need production, or else his team may end up in poop spots.
Back there again. At number 10, it's get your free wins here. It's me. I finally have a win after being the highest scorer in the league.
Too high.
All right, too high.
Damn.
Moving on.
Jordan C. I love it. Number 9, we got Stevenson John 4. He's 5-3, but he's the 9th guy. He's fraud watch. He's always on fraud watch, folks.
This me?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. All right, John, we both talked last week on the segment, and we said the loser was going to drop down to 10. You didn't drop down to 10. You dropped down to 9. That's a win for you, buddy.
Dang close though.
Number 8, we got Colin, otherwise known as Boss 567. He's up to 8 with a win.
Yeah, very much a fringe playoff team, and I know we say this every week, but he is a good wide receiver away from being in the top 6.
All right, and rounding out the bottom 6 at number 7, it's Chase is gay. It's Joe down 2 spots for a close win over David.
Joe's at 7.
Yes. Joe's at 7.
Yes,
Alright.
Joey's at 7.
Why is that so funny?
All right, there's our bottom 6.
What is so funny?
Hey, so you saying Joe's at 7? Is there like you're shocked he's down there, or are you like shocked he's up high enough to be 7?
I'm shocked he's at. I don't know how I'm ahead of Joe.
Wow.
I think my
you know-
team's better, but my
You know,
team's not
we're
winning,
gonna reveal something here, folks. We actually found something out. Sleeper has a power ranking,
I do.
so we included that also in our power rankings. And
Breaking news.
sneak peek on that.
Who's number
Chase
1 in
is
that
number
one?
1 in that power ranking. If that lets you know
Yeah.
how good Sleeper's
Same.
power rankings are.
Those
So,
are those were the most accurate power rankings I've seen so far.
Yeah, so they had Chase at 1 and
Pull 'em
Aaron
up.
at 9.
Put 'em
So
up.
just let that sink in for a moment before, like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow stats.
yeah, it
mean,
really threw
most-
off some of the
I got the
rankings.
most points scored. I don't know what else you could ask
But
for.
yeah, I mean, when it comes to like these bottom 6, Joe won and fell down here.
Yeah. I'll give a couple takes here of, basically same thing we do every week. Who's going to stay and who's going to get out of here. I honestly think Colin gets out. I like his team.
Colin's definitely getting out.
I think Colin gets out next week before even Joe does. Even though those teams are both Joe and John are 5 and 3. I think they both drop the next game, and I think Colin ends up winning. He'll be 5 and 4 just like the other two, but he'll jump out. Team that's here to stay. I'm gonna try and avoid the bottom
Barb's team.
3. I'm gonna avoid the bottom 3. Give me John's team to drop another spot. I think John's gonna actually end up going down to 10 at some point. I think Barb gets another win this week. I think he's gonna low key. He's grinding to get back into playoffs. He could do it. But yeah, give me John dropping another spot.
in all but one game from here on out.
So that's what I
I'll give a take real quick. My name's not on here. You're going to probably see my name on here next week. No Christian McCaffrey, no George Kittle. I'm starting some pretty ass players that would not start in my lineup whatsoever down the road at any point in the season. And I'm playing against what better time, the worst team in the shit emoji down here at the bottom. So if I get a win and survive, that'd be nice, but I don't expect that. I think it's the biggest margin of projections. So one of these teams probably replaces me next week. I probably join the squad all over again.
I'm not gonna lie here, Matt. You might win and still drop down here depending on how bad the week and how close that matchup is. I mean, Joe dropped from 5 to 7 after beating David.
You're right.
It's true. It's true.
And
Barb, you got any takes?
I'm projected to win. I think as of now, Doug actually has to put Leonard Fournette in his lineup because the one other person he could. Apparently, Drake London's probably gonna miss this week. He hasn't practiced, so I'm looking good there. I might get a second win in a row here.
Putting them together. Chase, I'm going to hand it over to you. First question I want to ask, though, is there any logos down here that you enjoy?
Any logos? I like Barb's logo.
That was a custom designed one by me. I asked Ethan to change mine. I thought it fit better. Ever since I changed it, I want to know.
And that bottom one is the
That's the Star of David with all
yeah,
of Adam's.
that's the Jew star, right?
Yep.
Yep, that
indeed.
is the
the
Jew
Jew Star.
And it's filled with all of his favorite things. You can't really tell because it's so small.
I can
if you would
see.
make it in the top 6, it would become big.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you should change
Probably
the
won't.
Star Wars one to an L for the amount of L's he likes taking.
Ooh. Tough crap.
But I mean,
Hey,
how
so
can you
you
not
take-
like Colin's logo? I mean, Colin's logo is pretty sick.
Yeah,
Only
watch
mine
the
was
guy.
kind of similar. It's not like we like the same teams though.
Well, it's a lot easier to put that in a 4-letter word than it is to put it in Chase Nugget. So just
Chase, look, you could ask for a custom logo. It's always an
I think
option.
I'm making a custom logo.
we
I don't
can
know how
I
to
can
do
fix
that.
that. I can fix
You
that.
can literally just ask Ethan to make it for you.
I mean, look what I did with David's logo.
Yeah,
I
David
made
was-
it. I made it a Planters.
Chase's logo. Let's get to that.
All right,
So-
yeah, we're gonna move on to the top 6.
Top 6.
And at number 6, we have Matt. He's up 2 spots, up to 6. I'm not gonna lie, up a little high for beating the fraud of the year, in my opinion. But
Second highest scorer in doing so, only behind you. Okay, so I don't understand why there's hate there, but hey, we'll take it. 6. Put me at 6. I love it.
rough week for the group on high score. At 5, we've got Chase and his logo that he hates so much.
I'm surprised
after a loss.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was a tough loss.
Chase, what you lack in running back, you make up for everywhere else. In my opinion, it's unfortunate with what scheduling's done to you, but I think this team is really good. Honestly, if scheduling was different, you'd probably be top 4. But if you don't get a win this week, you'll probably drop out of that.
That loss to Colin killed all my momentum. 3-1 would have been 4-1. Who knows where I would have been at that point? But.
Just want to point out, he's probably only up here because of that plug one in the power rank. All right, up to number 4, and he's actually
Because of
down
what?
2 spots.
Did you say?
Ethan.
Well, he said basically because of your power rankings ranking on Sleeper. But Ethan,
Oh,
great squad here. Even the power rankings on Sleeper love you as well. 5 and 3 deserve to be here. We're down 2 spots though, so I don't really know what else to say other than the fact that you're probably relevant in this spot for a while. And Sleeper loves you too. So
not after this week.
All right, coming in number 3, it's Sig, Rip, and Batman. It's Doug, best record in the league, number 1 seed in our league, but he's only ranked 3, still below Aaron, who he just beat as well.
Chase,
Chase, any comments?
Wait, what?
you're
Sorry.
supposed to have
Hey,
comments
look,
on-
enough said. Enough said. Moving on.
Sorry. I was not.
You
paying
know, I'll
attention.
take it from here. Doug, I put you higher than 3. Matt and the sleeper power rankings are dragging you down.
Hey, I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Up to number 2, it's Aaron out of the 1 spot. After
Yeah.
after Ethan said he'd be here to stay for a while, he's already out of the spot.
Couldn't have been
That's
more
a mistake.
wrong. Productions from his receivers slowed down unexpectedly. He's a very solid wide receiver heavy team, but he's got to use that to get a running back somewhere. The number 2 spot is probably the best spot for him at the moment until he fixes that.
And then last but not least, it's our new number 1. It's J7 Bird. He's at 5 and 3, and this man's team has only gone better since Justin Jefferson got hurt.
Well, let me tell you, Justin Jefferson's going to come back. This was a fringe team as far as how we should probably rank them based on how that was going to play out, losing Kirk Cousins. Well, they signed Dobbs. I think Josh's team is actually going to be just fine now. I think both receivers that he has on the Vikings, Addison and JJ, are going to be chilling. So expect to see him up here. He's here to stay in the top 6. So is Aaron's team. Those will probably be your top 2 moving forward.
All right, that'll round out our top 6 there. Congrats to everybody who made it, including myself. Little pat on the back here, Matt. Congrats to you and Chase. Honestly, everybody in this Oh wait, that's right.
But
Too bad.
at least I won this week.
Okay.
Congrats.
That's true.
Crazy
Um,
to get a win.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
all I'm going to say is in your league, Matt, Chase still doesn't have a win. I was trying to go the entire year keeping that equal, me and him there, but I couldn't control it. It played out. It's unfortunate.
I'm going for the.
Winless season, Chase?
I'm so out of it right now. Freaking that
Goodness
Ohio
gracious.
State receiver. That I'm getting him number 1
Oh,
overall.
Harrison. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
That's who I'm targeting.
Matt, any takes this week? Any takes from the top 6 you
I
got?
don't have any takes. I don't really have any takes. Doug, your team being 6 and 2, top of the rankings in sleeper, but not the power rankings. I do think that you'll be here. Think that you'll be here for a little while longer. I think that your team is competitive. They've gotten better. If Jahmyr Gibbs delivers like he did, I will take back everything I've ever said about your team if he continues to do so. I do expect David Montgomery will probably come back, and that'll be in question. but I wanted to let you know I will take it back if Jahmyr Gibbs keeps delivering.
Wow.
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 All right. All right. Well, Matt, who do you think's going to fall out of here next time?
Me.
Yeah, he said that one.
I think I will not score many points if I do get a win, and I don't expect to have a win. I need a player or two on my team to go off for about 40.
Honestly, you know, man, I would have also said you, but since you said you, I'm gonna say
who you gonna take?
Ethan. I'm gonna say Ethan.
Ah.
Because he's playing Chase this week, and I think Chase is gonna win that one. It might drop Ethan a bit.
I think it's going to drop him all the way out of the top 6.
It could.
I mean, dropping 2 straight is pretty bad.
And I mean, we got
especially with everybody else.
If Joe wins as well this week, or even if John winning, perhaps, like who
Yeah.
knows, everything could change.
Yeah, the 4 spot's risky. Like I was saying earlier, a loss this week probably pushed me out of the top 6, being quite honest. But I am.
Are you confident in Sam Howell?
No, not at all. This is a boomer bust play. He's either scoring 6 or 26. To be quite honest with you. So with that being said, I actually see not dropping out of the top 6, but dropping out of the top 3. I got Aaron. I think Aaron's struggling right now, unless he can make a trade happen with a wide receiver for a running back. Because his running backs, I don't know if you've seen them, they're not good, not even close. But if Aaron can make that happen, I think he could solidify the 2, maybe even get back to 1 spot. But outside of that, I see him dropping. I don't really see Josh moving anywhere. Those are my 2 takes.
Oh God, you just jinxed Josh. You just guaranteed Joe the win, you bastard.
Oh dang it.
Yeah, but I think my hot take here, if he loses this week, potentially Doug might fall. Doug's lineup, he does have so many people out to the point where his bench has 5 bye weeks on it right now. And Drake London's probably not going to play. So Doug is playing Leonard Fournette in his fantasy lineup right now.
Yeah, it's tough.
That should tell you how much the bye weeks are affecting Doug this week. Leonard Fournette is in the lineup.
Yeah, just added to the Bills this week.
So that's a tough break for him. And meanwhile, the only bye week for me was, a tough one, but Sam Laporta, my tight end.
Yeah. Chase, again, same questions as last time. Any logos up here that you like?
Any logos? Not really.
I'm not gonna lie, Ethan. Yours is lazy as fuck.
It's all
Mine?
No, Ethan's.
I still love Josh. I think Josh has the best.
I mean, Josh's looks pretty cool, but
I'm not gonna lie. Doug's is a good one. You gotta appreciate it.
I can't say
that one.
It's
that one took a little bit.
It's an eagle smoking a blunt with eagle sunglasses on.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, but I can't say it's cool. So
he's your rival. It's understandable. He's your rival.
That's fine.
Doug's dropping out of the top 6 pretty soon.
Oh wow!
There we go.
He's gone.
There it is.
Rivalry's back here.
Wow, Doug's gone. Axed.
Speaking of that, rivalry week will probably be teams getting eliminated by their.
Oh gosh, it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
the
lot of
best.
shit talking.
It's gonna be the best. Week 14, ladies and gentlemen. Look forward to it. But speaking of matchups, we got our league matchups this week. Looking ahead here, Barb, give us the first one.
First game. Speaking of Matt, you're playing Adam this week, and I mean we're looking at the start-sit accuracy right here, Matt. Highest in the league in the start-sit accuracy, and I think Adam's actually the lowest, but he's projected to win. Matt, we'll start with you. Are you winning?
I don't think I'm winning. I don't. And this screenshot had to have been taken.
Yeah,
late.
the projections are off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm projected to lose this game by like 15. And
Yeah,
I don't even know the name of the running back I'm starting, the guy on the Rams, but
Royce
I should
Freeman.
be starting. Royce Freeman? Yeah.
Yep.
That's all you need to know. He and KJ Osborne. We'll see.
Hey, don't need no
Yeah,
KJ Osborne. He
your
dropped
lineup's
18
looking
last
pretty
week.
rough this week.
Yeah, I'd say the only thing going for you right now, Matt, is that you are playing the worst team in the league, in my opinion. That's the only reason that I think you might have a shot this week. It's a long one. It's a long shot, but honestly, give me the upset. I think, like you were saying, I think one of your players, goes off for 40, you end up with 96 points. But hey, 96 is a lot better than 56. So,
The only reassuring
you
thought
pulled it
was, hey, I'll get Justin Fields back. You know what? Head coach of the Bears said you're not getting Justin Fields back. So
you'll be all right. I think you'll be all right. I think you can get this win.
You know what? Matt, it's unfortunate I'm going to say this, but I think this is Adam's last win of the season.
Oh.
But I think this is a win for Matt, and then again, this could be one that technically knocks him out of the playoffs from now. Colin has the same record. If Colin wins, he'll jump Matt, and Chase has more points for. If Chase wins, he'll jump because Matt's not scoring a lot. Even if he wins, Matt's not putting more than 110. I think Matt knows this. He needs a John-like game, a super low-scoring game where he just ekes it out over the other person. Matt needs that. He's looking for it, and I just feel like Adam's team won't shit the bed enough to get that low.
Chase, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Adam too for everything Bart just said. Matt's lineup is looking rough right now.
Yeah, it's a rough week for Matt. Matt knew this. He got McCaffrey and Kittle, and obviously they're on the same team. He knew the bye week situation would fuck him 1 week.
This just don't happen to be
It's
the
just
week.
unfortunate it's against one of the freest wins in the league.
Let's get us to the next matchup here.
Next matchup. We've got Ethan versus Chase. And you know what? I'll let
Oh boy.
we'll save you two for last. Matt, I'll let you start with this one. Who you got here?
man, I'm excited for this matchup. I'm with you, Barb. I think you were the one that said it earlier about Ethan losing. I think Chase is going to get a big win this week, and I just think his team is at the top for points scored, and that trend will continue here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Chase on this. This is gonna be my closest game of the week prediction. I think Chase is gonna win this game like 122 to like 118. I think this is gonna be a heartbreaker for Ethan. I would not be shocked if he's actually going into the night games, or I don't even know if Ethan's going into Monday night projected and Breece Hall lets him down. Wouldn't be shocked if that happens. But yeah, give me Chase and a close one. Also, Matt, sorry, low score of the week is you next week. Forgot to put that for my last pick.
Thank you.
All right, Chase, what about you? You winning? You beating Ethan this week?
I feel a little better about Ramondre this week, especially after them trading Chase Young and Sweat. But Lamar let me down last week. I feel like my team comes and goes as Lamar goes. He'll have those 6, 9, 11-point weeks, and I always lose. But I'm a little worried about the receivers this week. They both got tough matchups, but
AJ Brown dropping a 30.
What?
AJ Brown's dropping a 30.
He's been on such a heater. He just got a 30 bomb from me last week, and it wasn't enough. So
Toby Myers dropping a 27.
last week?
No, this week.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Chase,
No, Jacoby
I
let
think
me down
we're,
last week.
I think we're going to make it a clean sweep here. I think you do beat me this week. And
I need it for
think
sure.
it all depends on our quarterback matchup. Honestly,
I know. I think
if
it
Howell
does too.
if Howell can keep it within, I'd say 7 points of Lamar, our game's going to be really good. If not, I'm probably losing by a fair margin.
I think you're right about that.
I think the
I
big
need
one's
Lamar to have a
D-Hop,
couple
too.
touchdowns.
Ethan's got D-Hop going in about 6 minutes. That's a big start to the weekend if he can put up what he did last week.
But let's get into the next game here.
And it's me, get your free wins here, versus Doug. Doug's projection is actually now down to 90. This is a 20-point projection.
I love this matchup for you, Barb. I do.
You know, yeah.
So
The only reason I said
said,
A is because that's a bigger difference than mine. I thought I was the biggest difference.
Huge for the program. Even bigger for the program. Barb, 2 straight, man. You gotta keep grinding for the playoffs. Give it to me. I'm taking Barb in this matchup. Doug, just a tough bye week for you. But you're okay to drop this game. You're 6-2. If you're 5 if you end up being 6-3 at the end of this, you'll
win away from Doug.
That would have been a crazy loss. I'm going to go ahead and join you there, Ethan. Give me Barb. Doug, I know you were on the chat like, oh, Matt's going to pick against me again this week. I can't help it here, buddy. I'm sorry. I can't help you. I don't like what Barb just said about your lineup, how things are playing out there. And I think Barb is going to get this one done.
Chase, what about you? Who you got in this game?
I'm taking Barb solely because you've been screwed so much on the matchups this year that it just has to even out at some point. I think Doug puts up a bad week this week, and you take it.
Law of averages, baby.
Not going to jinx myself. I'm taking Doug here again, just so I either gain a point on Ethan, in our pick 'em for the year, or I get a win. If I win this game, John also has a terrible bye week situation next. If I win this week, I'm most likely a 3-7 team after next week as well.
See,
I
it's bound
swear
to turn
if
around at some point.
if I somehow sneak into the playoffs, Ethan's paying me $100.
Could be.
Yep,
We'll
you heard
see.
it. He said, "Yep." He said, "Could be." Confirmed. He's doing it.
Hey,
All right,
look,
moving
if
on
you're
before we
0-7
can
and
deny
still
it.
make the playoffs, that's great.
All right, on to
Speaking
the
of
next
John.
game. Yeah, speaking of John, he's actually favored to beat Aaron. This is a pretty accurate Actually, never mind. Aaron's favored to win by 2 now. Don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay.
But Aaron's favored to win by 2 now.
Yeah, let me take the lead on this one. John, dude, I mean, you said it as well. Your team somehow finds a way to win every week, even though they put up low numbers. But when you're playing against top 6 teams, it's just not going to happen. Give me Aaron in this game. And John might drop down to 10.
You know what? Upset of the week. Give me John.
Wow.
Give me John. Not only for that, and I realize why Aaron's projected to win. Damian Pierce will be out, so Aaron's going to have to take him out of the lineup. Damian Pierce not expected to play, so he's going to be rocking a Singletary in either Miles Sanders, Foreman, or Hubbard backfield. I don't know. Aaron's running back situation is... Aaron's running backs are scary this week. They're always scary. They're not really good. In fact, it'll be what lets him down most likely. And he's benching DJ Moore this week. Maybe a risk, but I don't know. I'm not liking Aaron's team this week. It's just something about it's feeling off, and I think John's going to win this week. And I feel like John's going to have a finally good... You see that average point total? He's scoring more than that this week.
I'm going to take a page out of Barb's book. Closest matchup right here. This is the closest matchup of the week. Genuinely think that. But I think Aaron's team gets it done. I don't know how John has 5 wins, and I'd be more shocked if John gets a 6th win. So for that reason, give me Aaron's team.
John, you still owe me money for the scheduling favors I gave you, sir.
Chase, who you got in this one?
For the exact opposite reason I picked Barb, I think John continues his luck, and John's going to get the dub.
Yeah, look, John doesn't normally go 2 straight weeks not getting the bullshit luck with his opponent, and Matt dropped 130-something on him. That ain't happening again this week.
The curse of John returns this week.
Exactly. Wow. And you know what?
Sorry, Aaron.
I'm so confident in it. If Aaron scores more than 110 points, Matt will personally give John $100. All right, moving on before Matt says no to that. All right, next game. We've got Colin and David. This is a huge game for both of them. This is a game that people think
pretty big. This could have playoff implications, to be quite honest with you.
And this is a game David needs to win, especially with Matt most likely, according to projections, going to be losing. He wins this. He's got the same record as the 8 seed, though. And his points forced so far behind, he ain't catching up. He has to get the record advantage.
So who you got?
I'm going to go... you know what? I know the game's technically started. I think the Steelers ball out. Give me David this week. I think the Steelers are about to drop like an 18 for him. Jalen Warren might catch a bullshit touchdown. And Taysom Hill's projections under 3. That motherfucker's putting up more than 10 somehow. Give me David.
He'll find a way.
Not only give me David, give me the mid game of the week. This is going to be mid as fuck. This is like 115 to 100 game. Not going to be close. Just David.
Yeah. Give me Colin in this game. I like his team a lot more than I like David's team. Sorry, David. I know you need this win, but team just isn't looking good. So, yeah, give me Colin.
I side with Ethan on this. Colin's team is still just one position away from being decent. I think that position obviously is wide receiver, but just genuinely one player, basically. So I think Colin's team gets a win in a close one. Barb said mid-game of the week. I don't know if it's going to be mid-game. So
going to be close
victory.
I'm taking Colin. 2 touchdowns for Mark Andrews this week from Lamar.
Wow.
Mark Andrews carries him.
Wow.
All right. And then, guys.
Here it is. Game of the week.
Yes! Oh my God!
1, 2, 3, let's go! Baby.
We've got game of the week. It is Joe versus Josh, both 5-3. And depending on Aaron's result, this could be for their division lead, and maybe even the 1 seed if Doug also loses.
I absolutely love this matchup. I do. I really love this matchup. Give me Josh. I said he was going to stay in the 1 spot. I think his team's going to dominate this week. Joe, your team is mid. Give me Josh.
Matt, what about you here?
I really wish Josh's logo was updated and it was his actual logo. We need to get that man to do it. Give me Josh as well. Give me Josh as well. His team's too good. They're at the number one spot. Joe is tied to turn, man. He's starting to fall like crazy, and I think Josh is going to win this week easily.
Chase, what about you? on this one?
I'm taking Joe. I mean, the Raiders just fired Josh McDaniels. Devontae Adams is going to finally turn it around, especially against the Giants. Still got Eckler. Joe's team's going to turn it around starting this week.
Going with the upset.
All right, Matt, did you get Barb the Fatheads?
Did
I
not
haven't
get
even-
Oh, no
Still
Fatheads
hasn't given me
again.
the
All
fatheads.
right.
Honestly, guys, we might have to delay the fathead thing to next year. Matt's really let the team down on the fathead situation.
But who do you got?
Blowout of the week, high score of the week. Josh is going to drop 140. Joe's putting up like 110. This game's going to be a blowout. Joe, I'm going to say this right now. You got no chance. Another guarantee. Matt will give you McCaffrey if you win this week.
Wow.
this is
One in 4 in the last 5 games for Joe would be terrible. But also, Matt, you're not going to give away with that.
Speaking of McCaffrey, did you guys see the guy who was willing to trade away McCaffrey for Tony Pollard, and to fuck the other dude's wife?
Did not see that.
Yeah, that was a crazy 10.
That is the trade Matt is offering you, Joe, even though you don't have a
No.
wife.
All right. Anyways, well, usually you can get that for free from Matt.
Wouldn't that be with Josh? Josh has Pollard.
It's just
They should-
whoever. No, he'll take it.
Anyways, let's get to our closing remarks here. Chase, you got anything you want to say before we sign off?
Not really, no.
You want to
All right,
return to
good to
Earth?
know.
You want to return to Earth? Need any help?
I want
with
the
ISS?
I want the Patriots to be good again.
Oh, man.
Hope you had fun from outer space, Chase.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you have this good of Wi-Fi from space.
I don't even know how you're breathing right now. Matt, what do you got for us?
I don't have anything. Congrats to the rest of the league. I was played this week. My team is ass this week. I will not be getting a win this week. I will be back in the shitters club.
Ooh, gross. Barb,
All right. Like I said, no one denied it within 5 seconds of me saying it. So all the things I've said about Matt and Ethan are happening if they indeed meet the requirements to happen. Hold me to it, everyone. If not,
Yep.
Ethan's paying $500 to the buy-in.
Last thing. USC, lock of the century. Take it.
Oh, that's
Lock
true.
of the century.
that's
Yeah.
true. Lock of the century, fellas. Matt
we
was
are
0-1
also
the
not
first time,
reliable.
looking to go 0-2. Okay.
We're not liable. We're not liable for Matt's bad bets like USC plus 3.5.
Hey, look, Matt Starr is here to stay.
Oh, no,
With
Matt.
that being said, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 10. Double digits, can't use my fingers anymore after this one. Thanks again for watching. Again, go Vikes, War Eagle, baby. See y'all later.
Going down.
Well, it's a lot easier to put that in a 4-letter word than it is to put it in Chase Nugget.
I like Chase Nugget.
Everyone calls him Nugget.
What do you mean by that?
Chase Nugget.